And fighting is ghetto. Ghetto, ghetto. No, we don't do that over here, baby. Over here, we high class. We don't fight. No. Hey guys, welcome back to Nate TV. It's Nate. Wait, what? No. Hey guys, welcome back to Nate TV. I am Nate. Y'all my names. So, welcome back to another video. So, it's a long time since I've done like a sit down video and talk to you guys, and I feel like I'm talking so fast I'm becoming out of breath. But yeah, anyway, so for today's video, we're gonna be doing high school freshman advice, just high school advice in general, because even if you are a senior, you still need the advice. I've been in high school for 3 years, so I'm pretty experienced. I think I'm pretty experienced to give y'all advice. So we're gonna be covering topics like education, building good relationships with your peers, building good relationships with your teachers, social lives, and a couple other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. But let's get into this video. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna cover, let me fix this lighting. That's better. So the first thing we're going to cover is building like good relationships with your teachers and having a good first impression. Okay, so this is one of the most important things, like having good relationships with your teachers. So it's your first day of high school, you know, like you could be the type of person that want to fool around, or you could be the type of person that want a good impression with your teachers. It's better to be the type of person to have a good impression with your teachers, even if by nature you're the fully around type of person. Because if you have a good impression with your teachers, you have a good relationships with your teachers. For example, like after class, you talk to them. If you didn't understand the material, you talk to them and say, "Hey, Miss E, I don't really understand what you taught today in class. Can you please go over that with me?" Or say you're too busy to do the homework. Say, "Hey, Miss E, I wasn't able to finish all my homework, or this weekend I won't have time to finish my assignment in time. Can you please give me an extension? Can you please give me extra time?" And like constantly, like, you know, if you're struggling, ask them for help, and just building a good relationship with your teacher. If you keep on doing stuff like that, then if something happens to you, they'll be able to back you up. For example, like if you don't do well on a test as you usually do, they'll be like, I know this student tries, I know this student work hard. You know, they see you working hard in class, so but also make sure to work hard in class, because that's part of building a good relationship with your teacher. So if you don't do so well on the test, the teacher knows that you have a good work ethic. Make sure to ask lots of questions, put your hand up, and all of that stuff. This just, oh my goodness. This doesn't just apply to high school. It applies to college. If you're in middle school, it applies to you too. Like, it applies to, like, you know, education in general. So make sure to like ask lots of questions, build good relationships with your teachers and professors, and just like show them that you're actually interested in your learning, and they'll be interested in helping you. Okay, so moving on to the next point. Building good relationships with your peers. You don't want to be that student who is all into the drama, all into the gossiping, all into that stuff. Because if you into that stuff, you're gonna end up in fights and stuff. And fighting is ghetto. Ghetto, ghetto. No, we don't do that over here, baby. Over here, we high class. We don't fight. No, not over here. We're not gonna fight, because when you start fighting as a high schooler, as a middle schooler, you're gonna take those bad habits into college and into, you know, who knows, maybe into the workplace. When you take those habits when you're an adult, you're gonna get locked up. You're not gonna get suspended for 3 days. No, you're getting locked up. Like, it's not a joke. So you don't want to build those bad fighting habits. So you want to make sure you build good relationships with, you know, all your peers. If you don't like them, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to go stomp on their head because you don't like them. If they talk bad about you, just say, "Hey, keep my name out of your mouth." And if they try to fight you, you back off. Because once you, like, the only like justified reason for fighting is if someone like comes and starts attacking you and you have to defend yourself. That's like the only justified reason for fighting. So you make sure, you know, if you have good relationships with your peers, you won't even be fighting in the first place. Because majority of the time when people fight is because they were talking bad about each other. So honestly, just don't talk bad about people. Honestly, like, just mind your business. Like, you're not at school. This is not I don't even know, like, this is not a gossip session. This is not, I don't like this person's hair. I don't like just mind your business. Just stay in your lane, mind your business. Okay? Mind your business that pays you, which is your education. Anyway, so don't fight. Fighting is ghetto. Don't talk bad about people, period. Okay, so we talked about building good relationships with your peers. Now on to making friends. Now I can't really give you guys step to step how to make friends in high school, because honestly, like, making friends, like, yeah, so I can't give you guys like I can't give you guys like step by step how to make friends, because even like after 3 years of being in high school, like, I'm still trying to figure out the formula of making friends. But there really isn't a formula. Like, I feel like making friends comes more naturally. Like, just the people who have the same vibe as you, who have the same energy, naturally you attract them. It takes probably like 6 months to a year to become close to these people, to become solid with these people. Like, you're not gonna be besties with these people in the first month of high school, first 2 months of high school. It takes time to, you know, build these relationships, you know? It takes time to grow with these people. But when you're making friends, just make sure, this sounds very cliche, but just make sure to hang out with the right group of people. I can't even speak. Oh my goodness. Make sure just not to end up in the wrong crowd, you know? My voice croaky. Yeah, so just don't end up in the wrong crowd and you're good, okay? You're good to go. So just make sure the people you hanging out with, like, have the same, not the same goals, but I get the same values. Like, you guys, your energy aligns, I guess you could say. Just, yeah. I can't really give you guys step by step how to make friends, but like how to keep friends. Just make sure you're loyal to them. Don't talk bad about your friends. Stick up for your friends. Don't do like no two-faced stuff to them. And also, when you're making friends, remember there's a lot of fake people in high school, so you can't trust everybody. You can't be going telling everyone your business, because when you start telling everyone in your business, it's just gonna turn back on you and it's gonna embarrass you, and then you're gonna be the sad one. So be careful when making friends. Don't tell people your business, okay? So mind your business and don't tell people your business, okay? And watch out for the two-faced and fake people, because they're gonna do you dirty. They're gonna do you, like, I'm not gonna tell you there's not gonna be no two-faced. There's definitely two-faced people and fake people in high school, so watch out for that. So when you're choosing your friends, make sure they're not fake, make sure they're not two-faced. Okay, now moving on to the next point. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna say is, okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is joining clubs, teams, sports, committees, and all of that stuff. People always say, like, when I was starting high school, people were all like, oh, join lots of clubs, teams, sports, da, 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 da. And I was like, I don't see why I have to join all this stuff. I joined them, but like, I don't really understand why everyone was telling me to join clubs, teams, sports, and all this stuff. And when I joined them, that's when I understood. When I joined sports, I learned to like be able to meet new people. I met new people. I learned to build new relationships with people. I learned to work with different types of people. So like, when you join a team, you meet new people, you make friends. Like I said, if you're struggling to make friends and you join a team or a club, majority of the time the club or the team that you have joined, the people in that club or team usually have the same interests as you. And when they have the same interests as you, you end up being friends. Like a couple of friends I made were from teams. So make sure y'all join teams and clubs. And sometimes it could be like a safe space, you know, a getaway. Because like high school can be very dramatic and stressful. And when you just have that club to go to, that team, it just, you know, it's just like therapeutic. Just somewhere where there's no stress. It's just, you just enjoy whatever sport you're playing, whatever you're doing, just enjoy that moment. Okay, so now moving on to the next thing. So, oh yeah, this is kind of connected to, okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is your grades. So, high school can tend to be a lot harder than elementary or primary school, and the workload is harder. But honestly, this depends what country, I don't know, I can't speak properly today. This all depends on what country you live in and how the school curriculum is like. So I know for most countries, high school tends to be harder than elementary or primary school. So the workload is going to be a lot more stressful, and some people will go from getting high A's and B's to getting C's and D's in high school. And I know these grades can be really stressful, but don't let them get to you, because you can get a tutor, you can go to your teacher for extra help and all that stuff. And even if you're putting all the work in and you're still not getting your desired grades, you can go talk to your guidance counselor. You can talk to them about other ways you can get into your post-secondary education, post-secondary education, so you can like figure out other ways you can get into your post-secondary education without your I have to put a beat here. I can't even speak. And get into your post-secondary education. Okay, so that's about grades and organization. Make sure to get like notebooks for each of your classes. If you're a visual learner, you get like highlighters with different colors and all that stuff. Okay, so back to the social part about high school. Don't I know, like in every high school freshman advice, they're always like, for the relationship part of the advice, to like, don't talk to that senior. And honestly, I'm not gonna come in here and tell you guys what to do with that part of your life, but just be smart about it. Don't believe everything everyone like, just don't be a fool, okay? That's simple as that. Don't be a fool. Don't fall into their silly little traps. Just be smart about it. Don't trust them for everything they say, because you're still a kid. You're still in high school. Just, live your life. And okay, so for the most important like part of high school is mental health, because high school can be very draining, and there's so many like social standards that people expect you to live up. High school is when people form most of their mental like illnesses and stuff. And just if you're going through stuff, just make sure to talk to a therapist, talk to a friend. And if you can't talk to a friend, find someone who is going through what you're going through. Find someone who can understand what you're going through and talk to them, because it's not always good to bottle all these things up and leave it to yourself. Okay, so that wraps it up to my high school freshman advice. If I missed any points, comment down below and I'll just reply and answer them. So guys, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notification. If you're new to this channel, go and check out my other videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!